What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 4 of The Journey. I am your co-host, Justin, here with my buddy, Ricardo.
What's up, my boy?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Pretty good.
What about you?
I'm great, man. I'm always great. Always great.
Awesome.
So what we got in store today? Why don't you let them know?
So today we're just gonna be talking about our experience at this weekend in Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
Um,
What happens in Vegas ain't staying in Vegas anymore.
Doesn't stay in Vegas. We're gonna share it with you guys today.
Exactly.
It's gonna be about our experience that we had at the event, Thrive. It's on his
Thrive.
hat, and what we learned in that experience, and how we felt, and what we took from it. Like our biggest thing that we took from it, and we want to share that with you guys.
Exactly.
Just that's pretty much it.
So before we get into that, why don't you share what Thrive was? What's the whole point of it?
So Thrive was like an event, like a 3-day event, organized by Cole Hatter and Sonia Hatter and their whole team, and it was about, they had a couple speakers up there, and it was just about making money matter. So that's what it is. Now you ask yourself, what does that mean? Make money matter. I took it as make money and making it matter. So
Exactly.
make the money and use that money for a purpose. Use that money and make it matter. Don't just make money and like spend it.
Yeah, it's about for purpose business. So there's a nonprofit, which they don't make any money. They just give it to whatever their cause is. There's for profit. Everybody knows them, the typical business. But then this is a new type of business. This is for purpose business, and this is really taking your money, still making a profit, yes, but doing something with that money and making a dent in the community that's felt and that's impacted by people. So it was an awesome event by Cole and his team. Amazing speakers, world-class speakers, some of the best in the world who I've been looking up to for years. And it was just awesome to be there. So if you missed our last episode about why you need to hang out with better people, we felt it again this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. We were around probably the coolest people, and the most successful people out here
In their industry in the world.
Yeah, we were in the same room as those guys. It was just, I couldn't believe it. I still
awesome,
can't believe it. It was just awesome being there, And yeah, like you said, that's like the biggest thing. So before I tell myself what's the biggest thing I saw in that event, I want to ask you, what's the biggest thing you got? What's the biggest takeaway?
Dude, it's really hard to say what my biggest takeaway was, but man, Saturday night, the second day of the conference, just put so much stuff into perspective, man, and it showed me why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And it reaffirmed that, man, because I've always wanted to make an impact on people and all that stuff, and it sounds cliche, but this weekend I saw that, and I saw Cole, and I saw his team, and I saw the speakers up there, just telling their stories, why they're doing this. But not only that, but giving of their time, giving of their energy and their resources into people without anything in return. And it really, it cemented just purpose, dude. Purpose. Like you have a purpose here, and you need to figure out what that is and just go all in on it.
And fulfill that purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah, what I took of it, the biggest takeaway I got was that you gotta make an impact, you gotta make an impact on people, and you can do it in many ways, and also be of service to others. It comes down to that. If you can really genuinely want to help other people, impact people, inspire people, connect with people, that is a good foundation of strive for, because it not only help you on your business side, and that's when the money comes in. That's when you'll be successful. But I feel like out of everything, there's a lot that was, like you said, it's a lot that, we learned a lot of things, tactical, practical, motivational, we learned a lot. But the biggest thing was just it was very simple. It was the thing, make money matter was the thing that just stuck to my head. It's for purpose. It's for a purpose. And you want to, impact people. And all the other things, all the good things will come with that.
Yeah.
If you focus on that, if you really focus on being a service to the people, not just yourself, not just your family, every single human being on this planet. And I think that's the biggest thing I took away from that. And I was really inspired to do something, do more.
Exactly. Yeah, because so many people don't really think about that stuff, purpose and making an impact. I was the same way. I wanted to be a civil engineer, and I wanted to make buildings, make bridges. He wanted to be an accountant. You know, like we were. I don't know how to describe it, man, but it's like you do feel like you have a purpose now.
Yeah.
Because like before I was just like, oh, like I'll get some job, whatever. But now it's like I have a mission. I have a mission. I have something to do. You know, there's something where I need to get to. There's some goal that I need to hit. There's a marker, and now it's like, okay, like now do it. You know, because like we met in high school. We haven't really talked about like how we met and our story of how we've gotten closer and everything, but we kind of wanted to do that on this episode to show kind of the progression in purpose to then see how you can do that for yourself. You know, so we went in high school playing soccer together, got close and when we started doing track together, stuff like that, and we just kind of stayed through friends throughout Avid, throughout class. You know.
Yeah, I want to go back to what you said, kind of what like you feel like you have a purpose now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's something like I feel like my purpose or like my goal was to like be successful, obviously. Like you said, just get a job, be successful, and be able to help myself, and my family. That was it. Like that's where it ended. It was just myself and my family, and like no one else really. Like if I was able to take care of myself, my current family, like that was it. Like I thought that I'd be if I was financially stable and just like I was able to help them out. I was good. Like that was it for me. Not until like I started changing that, and this conference really drove it to me. Like really drove it into my head that it's not just about me. It's not just about my family. You know, it's about you. It's about the people who are watching. It's about the people, I'm associated with, my friends, acquaintances. It's about everyone. It's about every single person that I can impact. It's all about that. Like it's who those people you want to be doing it for.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that. And definitely this weekend, hearing all these great speakers, and the event itself, the whole theme kind of drove that to me.
Yeah. And you know what's an amazing tool to help people and impact people is money.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, I'm not ashamed to say that I want to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
I want to make a ton of money. And there's such a bad stigma in that in today's society that people, wealthy people like that are selfish. Like he said, his idea of success was just taking care of him and his family. Isn't that more selfish? Because when you're doing okay and you're making 150 grand a year and your family's good, all you're worried about is you. Oh, my family's good. I don't need to do anymore. But you know what? The guy who's a millionaire, who's a 10 millionaire, 20 million, you know what they can do? They can go out there and they can give back and change so many lives. So many more lives that you can't. So who's really selfish there? Is it the guy who's just looking after himself? Or is it the guy who's like, I'm good. I've been good. But now I can do so much more and give back. And that's what the whole conference is about. Not just making money. That sure, if you just want to make money for yourself, then yeah, you are selfish. But we want to make the money and be able to change lives with it. So tell them about like the charity thing that we did this weekend. It was awesome.
Yeah, Dan
Fleischman,
like
amazing guy.
The whole event was to like raise money for his charity.
Yeah, called Model Citizen Fund.
Model Citizen Fund. It was to raise. It was like to give backpacks with a bunch of supplies, like worth like what was it?
I think it was 150 items per backpack.
Yeah, and
something
to the
like
homeless. For kids, I think, or for the homeless in general.
Homeless kids, shelters.
And we rose a bunch of money. We rose 250K, I think.
Yeah.
That's a shit ton.
So our goal was 100 grand. That was the goal of the conference. And then there's speakers on stage like, hey man, like I'll give 10 grand. I'll give 10 grand. I'll give 10 grand. And then they're like, hey, I'll give 10 more. Wouldn't you love to be able to do that? Like being there and like looking at these guys who could donated 20 grand and literally impacted what I want to say, I don't know, anywhere from like 300 to 500 homeless people with this backpack they can do. That's incredible, dude.
Yeah.
And so that was like, shoot, man, like I gotta have a sense of urgency because there's people out there who need me.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Like when you saw those people go up, like donating this.
Hang on a second, bro. I just want to stop you real quick. We only have 10 minutes on IGTV, so if you want to see the full video, head over to the bio in our description or on our bio, the link in our bio, and it'll be the full video on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share this with a friend. But let's get back into it. What were you saying?
Okay, so I was saying, I think I lost my train of thought.
We're talking about donating the money.
Oh, seeing those people donate this, like a shit ton of money, or like they were able to do it, And sitting there, I mean, I still donated $5. It's not much, but I still felt like donating. I did what I could, and I just felt like, damn, like I wish like I'll reach a point in my life where I'm able to do that for something,
Oh,
for
yeah.
charity, or have my own charity, or have my own certain type of foundation, so some sort of some organization that'll help other people. Like I think that's great, and then like sometimes like I was thinking like yeah, it sounds like can I do it? Is it possible? Like can I really start my own charity? Like where would I get the funds from? But I feel like you really can. I feel like anything is possible, and you can, if you work hard, if you really strive for it, you'll be able to impact. Like the moment you work hard to impact people, all the good things will come with it.
Exactly,
like, you know.
man. Exactly. I mean, I couldn't agree more. So our goal for next year is to be able to donate 10 grand.
10 grand.
10 grand. I would love to be able to just be like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Like you know how amazing that would feel? You ever give a homeless guy $5 who's on the side of the freeway and you kind of feel good about yourself? Imagine giving $10,000.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that I can't even describe what that feels like. I've never done that before. But, you know, doing something like that and literally being able to change the life of so many people with money, guys. It's money. You can still impact so many people without it. There's people in history who have done it. But imagine how much more they could have done if they had money at their disposal.
Exactly.
To buy food, money. To buy shelter, money. To buy supplies, money. All these things, you need money.
Yeah, exactly. And like you mentioned it, you can still do a service. You can still be of service. You can still help people. And I challenge you guys to like do something of service. You know, do something of you know, do something that'll help a community. Do something small, but like it's the small things that count. Because if you go out there and do an impact, you go out there and do something, like it'll really help someone. If it helps one person, then great. If it helps 2 people, that's great. If it helps 10 people, that's great. Like you're already helping. Like 10 people, that's like awesome. If you keep doing it, eventually you'll have 10,000 people.
Exactly,
you know?
man. It compounds. So one thing that we're doing is even though we can't donate 10 grand, we're doing what we can. So don't use I don't have 10 grand right now. Don't use it as an excuse not to do anything.
Yeah.
Start from where you're at. Impact one person a day. Pay for the car behind you in the drive-through. Give the homeless guy $5. See the people selling flowers on the freeway. Buy some.
Yeah,
You can do anything from where you're at right now.
Yeah, we're not asking you to go start charity, which would be cool. I mean, go ahead and
If
do
you
it.
can.
Like, if you can, like,
By all
please do, and let us know if you do, or like, you know, do something, you know,
Yeah.
and like let us know, like please let us know if you go out there like today or tomorrow, whenever this show goes up, and you guys do something of service, or there was a time you guys provided service. Like let us know. We want to hear you guys.
We want to share those stories.
Yeah, we want to share those stories and let us know. Help us get more inspired. Maybe we need to do more.
Yeah.
But definitely, there's some things that we really want to do more of, like provide service and just be of service to anyone and everyone, and to our communities, and yeah.
So I think the main point we kind of want to drive home is finding your purpose. You know, because that's once you realize like, oh shoot, I have something to do here, not just kind of wander through life and maybe I'll get this job, maybe I'll get this job, maybe I'll marry this girl, have a wife, or pick a fence, house, 2 kids, 30 grand in debt. That's not what life is supposed to be, guys. You were on here for a specific reason. You have something to do, and so this weekend we kind of like were able to cement what we thought it was, you know. So how does it feel like? What did you feel kind of like Saturday night when Cole was talking and he was like, I need to make more of an impact? What was going through your head?
It just made me realize that I haven't done anything to impact people. Like I haven't really done anything. Besides, I mean, we started this podcast. That's one thing. I really like this podcast is like for you guys.
Yeah.
It's for you guys to have some like in anything we say to provide value, to provide any like insight, any practical stuff. You know, we really want to get 10 times better at this to be able to help you guys and really bring some good content out to you guys. So that's that it just made me realize how much I haven't done, but yet how much I could do. You know, like I know that people make excuses. We don't have the funds, or we don't have, we make excuses for not helping others.
Yeah.
And when Cole was, all these speakers were talking, it just made me realize, I can do something. It can be really small, but I can still do something. This podcast is something to impact you.
We love this.
And let me just share something. For example, something that just recently happened that I felt really good about, and it's something like so small. It was like I was in the sauna gym, right?
Oh yeah.
I think I told you this.
Uh-huh.
I was in the sauna in the gym, and I was just sitting there. You know, I had my headphones on and everything, and this guy walks in, and you know, he says like, "Oh, what's up?" You know, and I think like somewhere in me, like I would have kept my headphones on just because I really like. It's hard for me to like talk to people, but then I told myself, I'm like, no, I really want to connect with more people. Took my headphones off, you know, turned them off, and you know, I started talking to this guy, and we were just in the sauna, and I was just, you know, talking about him, you know, just talking, and this pot, like, you know, me mentioning that, oh, like I co-host a podcast, you know, and he asked me, oh, like what's it about? He asked me more, you know, as I kept telling him, and I kept just explaining to what it is and explaining. One of our episodes, you know, we just like he just like was pumped, bro. Like he was pumped. He was like, "Yo, I'm just ready to work out," you know. And I was like, "Oh, dang!" Like you know, like I didn't know I was able to do that. Like he was so pumped. He's like, "Dude, I'm gonna work out. Like I'm gonna freaking go hard." I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like go ahead. Like do it, bro." I was like, "He's like, dude. Like I like the way you think. I like what you're saying. Like, dude." And he's like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "I'm only 19." He's like, she's like, "Shut up. Like you're not 19." I'm like, "Bro, I'm 19."
It's the
like,
coolest thing.
and like that felt good. He's like, dude, I like thank you. He was like telling me thank you, like that, like dude, I love what you say. Like I'm happy that you said, like dude, like, that's sick. Like I was just like that felt nice, you know that just felt nice.
Yeah.
And like me just able to just talk to some people and like inspire them or like just talk to them. It's just something. And him like he got fired up for the gym. You know, he probably had a good pump that day. You know, and like that just felt good. Like and it was a stranger. You know, like it was someone I didn't know. I just met. He went in the sauna. You know, and like it was just great. Like it's just something like that. It was something small, but like I realized how much I can do. Like I have so much to do, and it felt good.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out there is he didn't think he could do that before.
Yeah, I did.
A lot of you guys probably like, I'm nothing special. Neither are we. We're making a commitment to do it. So one thing that was incredible, once in a lifetime opportunity at the conference, was Cody Lee. So a lot of you guys know who Cody Lee is. He was blind. He was born blind and autistic, and he just sang on America's Got Talent and got won the Golden Buzzer. Amazing singing voice. Amazing piano player. This guy is blind, guys. He's autistic. When he tries to talk, it's super difficult for him. He stutters. He can't complete a sentence really well. He's blind. He can't see the keys. When this, so backtrack a little bit. So that night, Cole's at the event. He's the host. He plays the video for him, and he's like, guys, a lot of you guys think that you might not be qualified or whatever. You might not be anybody special to do that. But I want to show you guys the video of Cody Lee. And so he plays the video, super emotional for the audience and everything. And he's saying, here's a kid who was born blind, who was born autistic, and he's doing one of the things that people said he would never do. He's singing and he's playing piano. Amazing musician. So who are you to have excuses when this guy who literally can't see, his world is black, how is he going to see those keyboards? If he can't complete a sentence, how does he have an amazing singing voice, guys? If this kid can work years on his craft, then you literally have no excuses. And that was a huge wake-up call to me, because I was sitting there and I thought to myself, this kid who is one of 25 people in the world who has this disease that he has is doing something that people never thought he would be able to. Like, who am I to say, oh, that's too hard, oh, I don't know how to do that, you know?
Yeah.
It's so true.
It was crazy, like, seeing that.
Yeah.
You know?
So not only did we see the video, he was there. He was there and he performed live for us. And seeing him in person was one of the most memorable moments of my life so far. Something that I will probably never forget. And the lesson that taught me, just you have no excuses.
Like stop making excuses. I think that's the big one. Like, stop making
you have
excuses.
no excuses for what you want to do. But listen, he didn't just wake up and, hey, I can sing. No, he worked at it for years, man. Worked at it for years. And it's not going to be easy. It really shouldn't be, because then anybody could do it. But if you want it and you feel that desire and you have that purpose to do it, that's where that work and that drive comes from. So one thing, so we want to hit home purpose. So I want to ask you guys a question that we were asking ourselves this weekend. we were kind of asking what why we wanted to do what we wanted to do. But I want to ask you guys a question. What do you want? What do you want in life? Like, ignore what your parents say. Ignore what people think is a good job or a good career. At the end of your life, what do you want to look back and say that you did? What do you want to do? What do you want to put your name on and say, I did that. I changed those people's lives. This is what I will be remembered for. What do you want that to be?
Yeah, let us know. Like, we want to know. We're genuinely interested in what you guys want to do. Certain things that you guys want to provide for other people. Like, let us know something. I know some of you guys are probably already involved in some like nice organizations. I know some of you guys do a lot of volunteer work. Let us know. Like, I volunteered for this program, this organization. Like, dude, that's cool. We just want to support you. We want to know, and like I said, we want to start doing that as well. So we'll be. I have some things in mind about what I want to do with some organizational work, some volunteer work, and I mean just stay posted. Follow us on Instagram so you guys stay posted. That's where I'll be posting most of the stuff that we're doing, and keep watching this podcast. We thank you guys again for just for those who are watching it. It really means a lot to us. Like, it really does, and we hope that you keep watching us. We hope that you keep supporting us and interact with us. Like, we really legit want to talk to you guys. But none of you guys do anything. Like, you guys don't even and
guys,
don't be scared. Like, I want for those who reach to this point, and we want to interact. Like,
if you get to this point, reach out for us and we will give you a surprise. We don't know what it is yet. We'll figure that out. If you're watching 22 minutes in, hit us up. But before we end, I want to leave you guys with actually practical points about how you can find your purpose. A lot of people, when they think of what they want to do, they're like, hey, what do I like? I don't think that's the best place to start. Because when you like something, you get excited about it, but that can kind of burn out a little bit. So instead of thinking what you like, think of what you hate seeing. What do you hate seeing in this world? What is something that you can't stand and something that you would spend your entire life trying to fix? That's your purpose. That's your purpose. For me, it's people who are stuck and people who are mentally weak, and they don't think that they can do stuff, and their mind is just not in that place. That's my thing, where I want to be able to change those people's mindsets and then give them the tools and the strategies to be able to go out and change their life. So what is it like?
That's awesome.
I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want in life? What do you want to be remembered for?
I really want to impact, but I have two older brothers. I mean, I have two younger brothers. And I love them so much. And I really want to impact them. I want to be an example as a older brother. I want to set the example. I want to set the standard. So I want impact them, and especially the little one. And I really want to impact kids like him to grow up in a society like this that sucks, by the way. Like, the culture, the society that we live in. It's okay to be comfortable. It's okay to not do work hard. It's okay to be this. It's okay to be okay. It's okay to want. Like, it's okay. You deserve something. Like, the world owes you something. Like, all this bad shit in our society. I want to be able to help kids at his age. I want to be able to help them. And that's something I've been thinking a lot. It's what I want to do, what I don't like seeing, and I don't want to wait till my brother is 19 years old, like me, barely realizing this. I feel like that's too late. Which is not. I mean, I don't think it's too late. I really don't think, because you're still young. But the sooner you start, I feel like the sooner you start, the more you learn. And I really want to do it, not just for him, not just for my brothers, for all the young kids in America, to have I'm not saying they should be all start businesses, all want to do what I want to do, be an entrepreneur. They don't, no, that's not what I want. I want to be able to teach them that there's so much to just life, that they can reach their fullest potential, that they all the values that, they should be, life teaches us. That's I don't know how am I going to be able to do that, but I know that there's a way, there's a how that I can connect to my little brother, to all the kids at that young age. I really want to connect with them, and I really want to be impact. And I know I'm gonna do so much more. I'm gonna make it a mission of mine, or it is a mission of mine, to impact not just that, but so many other people. So I know I'm gonna be doing something, but I know I'm gonna be remembered for my work here, for my impact and my service to others. Like that's what I want to be remembered for, and that's yeah.
Yeah, man. I loved this weekend because I came out of it and saying I literally want to change the world.
Yeah.
Literally want to change the world. It was so cool to see people who were doing it, guys. But ask yourself, at the end of your life, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want? Like, what do you want? It's that simple in this world. Now go after it.
And like, who do you want to impact? Yeah, exactly.
Go do it.
And again,
don't just ask yourself. Ask yourself, answer the question, and go do it.
And go do it. Just do it. Yeah. Like right now, he asked me like I'm gonna go do it. Like if I want to impact my little brother and his friends and all the kids at that age in America, I'm gonna go do it. I'm like, it scares me. I'm gonna be honest. It scares me because like I feel like I'm not. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel like I won't be able to do that because like how? But it's like how. I say I can't. I should think of how. How can I do this? How can I make this happen?
Exactly.
And I hope I'm gonna work hard on it. I'm not just gonna. Because I don't want this to be like some work that I do in 3 months and like, oh, here's my work. No, I want to put like some good time. I want some quality work, so that the moment, whatever it is, it's gonna impact them. It's gonna impact their lives for sure.
Yeah, guys. Like I want to be a speaker, so I'm gonna hit up my old soccer team. I'm gonna try to hit up my old soccer coach from high school. I'm gonna see if I can speak to the team. See where I can speak because I'm gonna need to speak to kids. I'm gonna need to start wherever I'm at as a 19-year-old kid. You know, I'm gonna forget what I'm gonna say. All this stuff. I'll get laughed on stage. Whatever it is, guys, you need to go through that to get to the best. You know, the guys who are on stage today. He's like, have you ever talked to kids? It sucks. I've gotten up there before and I've forgotten everything I'm gonna say. So don't be scared of, oh, I might be bad at it. You have to be bad at something to be great at something. You think Michael Jordan was the best at basketball as day one? No. So say what you want, have the purpose in you, and go after it, guys.
And go impact people.
Go do it. Just
do it. Just do it.
I don't know how else I can show you guys that, or I can tell you, but don't just go through this life aimlessly. Don't just get the first job out of college you find. Don't marry the first girl out you find. Don't buy the first house you find. Don't do what society's telling you to do just because society's telling you to do that. If you want it, perfect. But if you don't do it just because it's what people do. Don't live a mediocre life. Live a life that you will be remembered for, one that you can be proud on, and one that you can say, I did the most that I could, guys. I'm telling you, I've seen people do it. I'm seeing right now, people like looking back and it's like, shoot, man, I never thought I would be in this place in life. Don't be one of those people. I will never be. He will never be. We will do everything in our power. Either we will be on the streets trying, or we will have made it. There's no in between. I literally don't care what it takes. I will not stop until I do what even after I do what I say I'm going to do. I will not stop until never. I don't know how else to tell you guys that. You need to find your purpose on this earth. You have one. You have one. Every single one of us does. And don't just take it as, doesn't matter. It does. It does, because you want to live a life that you can look back on and be proud of, guys.
Exactly. I mean, I'm going to end it right. That was good.
Thank you, bro.
There's not much else to say besides maybe adding, like, listen to your heart. Like, listen to your heart. Whatever your heart is telling you, you want to do, not what your friends are telling you, not what your parents are telling you. Listen to your heart. Listen to yourself. That's all I gotta say.
Everybody has that instinct, guys.
Yeah.
You feel it. I know you do. Now go after it. We will see you guys next time. Share this episode, like, subscribe. We want to interact with you, like you said. Reach out to us.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
Our tags are gonna be on the
Description
below.
And we will see you guys next time. Peace out.